Up until about 2 months ago, I've been completely against digital art. And I don't know if it's because every time in contests I've been shown up by digital artists. Like all the time. Like seriously, all the time. But that's not the only reason. I also kind of feel a loyalty towards traditional, because that's kind of where I started. And I feel like traditional is getting killed by digital. It's kind of my obligation to keep it alive. I feel like if I deviate from what I normally do, I'm not only putting dishonor on the Copics, but I'm also putting dishonor on my fans. You see what I mean? So before I delve too far into this, I just want to say I'm not quitting traditional, I'm still doing it. I love using Copics, and I love using ink, and I just love having a pencil in my hand. Traditional's just great. And segueing into where I've been the last 2 months. Hi, I've been in college. It's not very fun. Anyways, I've been doing a lot of digital doodles, and that's also not very fun because I can't really find any tutorials that don't cost $40, and again, college, I don't have money. So I figured maybe I could give people tips that I could not find anywhere. The first biggest thing that confused me was just brushes. I did not understand how you use any of them at all. And for new artists, I noticed that everybody jumps to the soft brushes. Even I did this because I felt like those blended better, which is not the case at all. If you're using a soft brush and you literally just picked up the pen tablet, put it down. Not the pen tablet, put the soft brush down. Don't use it. Personally, I don't think the soft brush helps very well, especially when you're a beginner, because you start using that to blend. And that's not how you blend. Outside of realism, I don't think soft brushes really are used at all. For me, I use hard brushes and specifically only two. I'll show right there. See? Right there. I use those two mainly because they just blend better. It takes a lot more to blend, but it looks better. You have crisper images and it has a way better contrast. If you're a beginner, just stick with the hard brushes. The soft brushes don't even exist. Shading with hard brushes is a little bit more difficult than soft brushes, but it looks a lot better. Here's an example. This drawing was referenced purely for educational purposes in the effort to master the art of anatomy and values. But all humor aside, hard brushes just give you better values. It makes it more realistic and it makes it more believable. Layers were something I had to learn the hard way. I convinced myself that I didn't need to name each of my layers and didn't need to lock it, and that created a lot of confusion when I was like, hey, I need to erase this line. Where the hell did I save it? Speaking of keeping things in order, backgrounds. I kept seeing these videos where people would put the main skin color on the background and then build up from there. And I thought that was a really cool idea until I realized I needed to change the background color, and it would change the skin color too. So if that happens, by the way, you need to just go in and color it by hand, and that sucks. So don't do that. Put the background color and the skin color on completely different layers. Please. Your future self will thank you. Another thing I picked up was adjustment layers, which, holy crap, I thought they were just godly when I first used them. I still think they are. They really help with just overall contrast, and they can also be used for clothing, which I have a big problem with. So thank you, adjustment layers. Please keep in mind, I've only been doing this for about 2 months now. I've pretty much taken no tutorials. I'm pretty much self-taught with this. I just figured that by sharing what little knowledge I know would help somebody else out. As I continue learning digital, I will upload regularly with new tips, and hopefully they'll get from intermediate to advanced, and it's probably about as far as it's going to get, but I'll keep updating. And if you're wondering where I've been doing thumbnails for Grizz1yberry. See? All these little things. And been pretty busy with college, but now that I'm on break, there'll be plenty of new content coming real soon. So stay tuned.